Trust women. They will get it right.
These allegations of sexual assault are flat false.
I had no idea.
None whatsoever.
I was pushing him off of me saying, no, he didn't stop.
Eric Swalwell just resigned from Congress yesterday and quit the California governor's race in total disgrace. And why? Because multiple women just came forward with explosive allegations of rape, sexual assault, and misconduct backed by texts, medical records, and witnesses. This is the same guy who lectured everyone about trusting women while allegedly terrorizing his own staff and interns. The same guy who slept with the Chinese spy. The same guy Democrats and the media shielded for years until he became a political liability to their billionaire pick. Then they threw him under the bus like yesterday's trash. Congresswoman Luna just dropped a nuclear bomb on Jesse Waters. They have subpoenaed the Congressional Slush Fund records. That's right. The secret taxpayer money used to pay off victims and bury scandals. Luna says more top politicians are about to get exposed and eliminated. These are the same clowns who scream for Epstein transparency while keeping their own predator payoff list locked away. L.H. Gray on X, who was raped at 14, put it perfectly. These are not bad apples. These are pathological specimens of the highest order, narcissistic sociopaths whose criminogenic profiles read like a textbook of elite sexual offending, grooming, coercion, post-assault financial domination, classic power-based predation wrapped in the armor of legislative immunity. They don't just commit the crimes, they legislate the cover-up. They draft the statutes that govern consent, reporting timelines, and statute of limitations while simultaneously ensuring their own victims can be paid off with taxpayer dollars and buried under NDAs thicker than the Constitution they swore to uphold. That is not hypocrisy. That is institutionalized sadism. It is the deliberate weaponization of the social contract against the most vulnerable. And the blackest part? They categorically refuse to release the names of the Congress members who have drained that secret fund. This video runs a little bit longer, but it is worth every second. Watch it to the end. We expose the media cover-up, Nancy Pelosi's flustered lies, and smash Swalwell's hypocrisy. Then we play the full 5-minute Anna Paulina interview with the underage hotel video bombshell. Victims are coming out. The evidence is piling up. Real investigations are underway. And folks, this predator's headed to prison. Buckle up. This is a wild ride.
Decided to ask him to meet me for a drink. And I did this because I was so far removed from what had happened in 2019. I felt safe because I was established, I had a partner, I felt more secure that I could have a strictly professional relationship with this person. After that bar closed, we went to another. I went to the bathroom and I don't remember anything after that.
You don't remember anything?
I remember the next day, I can see flashes of that evening, of him on top of me pushing him off.
Wow.
Him grabbing me. It was a lot more aggressive. It was aggressive.
Did you say no?
Yes, I said no. In my flash that I can recall, I was pushing him off of me saying no.
And what did he do?
He didn't stop.
He didn't stop. And you woke up the next morning?
I woke up the next morning naked, alone in his hotel room. I, for a moment, didn't even know I was in his hotel room. That's how intoxicated I was. And I called my mom, the only person I could think that could help me.
And we were able to corroborate that by speaking with friends and family she confided in, reviewing photos and screenshots of contemporaneous text messages. And we also reviewed a message from her medical provider the week after she received the pregnancy and STD tests, calling her a, quote, survivor.
You just listen to that victim. She woke up bruised and bleeding after he wouldn't stop. Texts, medical records, friends, they all corroborate. This is not politics. This is why real justice has to come. Swalwell's flat, false denial is not cutting it anymore. But it gets worse because there are more women coming forward.
The fact that he has now dropped out of the governor's race and resigned from Congress, is that justice in your view?
No, it's just the beginning. It's just the very beginning. And I know personally that we're not walking away from this fight.
For me, justice won't be until he can't ever harm a woman ever again, and he has faced the consequences for the women that he has harmed.
I think in regards to the governor's race, he never should have ran for governor to begin with.
No joke.
Knowing the kind of history and receipts that are out there. So that's a non-starter. And then in terms of Congress, I think he absolutely should have resigned. I think we just prevented another 30 to 40 years potentially of him harming people if he were to stay in Congress.
Okay, so this is wild. He ran for president at one time, then governor of California, with all this going on in the background, like he didn't think this would come out, and he was on the Intelligence Committee. Kyle Becker responded to that last video that was posted on X and said, it's almost like CBS had these women on speed dial. Looks like the lamestream media can hold people accountable so long as it suits the DNC's interests. That's maybe the most troubling part of all of this. But wait, there's more. You want to see some media denial? You want to see some media cover-up? Check this out.
Speaker McCarthy seems to have singled you out. He says that he had a briefing as well as former Speaker.
Look at his face. He is loving this. This is a media that is so corrupt. And she's excited. He's excited. These people are sick.
Pelosi had the briefing from the FBI, and the FBI never came before this Congress to tell the leadership of this Congress that Eric Swalwell had a problem with a Chinese spy. Political vengeance seems to be the flavor of the day with the 118th Republican-led Congress.
Kevin McCarthy, even in his press conference on Thursday, continues to say false claims about some members, including Eric Swalwell, Adam Schiff, who are key members on the Intelligence Committee, saying that because of some allegations, including a false claim that Swalwell was involved with a Chinese spy.
This is all about
He was involved with a Chinese spy. He was. This is silly. This is our media.
It's nothing to do with factually what the reality is. These are small-minded, petty people who are now in charge of committees. And if they remove you, it's going to be a huge mistake, and people know it.
It's going to be a huge mistake to remove Eric Swalwell, the Chinese spy guy, from the Intelligence Committee. Adam Schiff, the liar, that would be a mistake too. Who is this woman? Whoopi Goldberg. Whatever happened to her? Anyways, going on.
I guess they were going to release the files.
Yeah, it's clearly, I mean, it's so obviously, he's running for governor. Let's release the files. Maybe there's something in the files that will embarrass him because we couldn't bring a criminal case against him.
He's trying to politicize a report that came out years ago that actually clarified and exonerated.
This is Ruben Gallego, folks. This is Ruben Gallego, senator from Arizona. Now, I don't know if you've been following the news lately on this, but there's another guy in this underage video. We'll get to that in a second. From the back of the head, everybody out there is analyzing this and saying that it's Ruben Gallego who was with Eric Swalwell that night. That's unconfirmed, but I'm telling you, you go check it out. You go look at the pictures. It's pretty shocking.
Eric Swalwell, and now they want to change that so that to benefit just the president's narrative to try to stop Eric Swalwell from being governor. They're going to corrupt the DOJ. They're going to corrupt investigations. They're going to force people, to give up their careers just for his little petty vendetta, and because he doesn't want someone like Donald Trump doesn't want someone like Eric Swalwell to be able to fight him every day.
Oh my word. That's really, Eric Swalwell. He does want somebody like Eric Swalwell. Actually, leaving Eric Swalwell in there is actually a benefit because Eric Swalwell's such a fool that he constantly makes the Democrats look like idiots. He's not effective at all. But Ruben Gallego, who's sticking up for him all the time and is, hanging out with him a lot. This is, I think Ruben Gallego is the next to go down. I've seen multiple posts about that. But folks, with all this hypocrisy, with all the lies that we have to swallow every day, one of the biggest lies is in the Medicare industry. Seniors are getting gypped. Okay, they're getting gypped out of their money. That's why I'm so proud to partner with Chapter. They are not big government. They are not big insurance. Okay? They are independent. Give them a call. Give Chapter a call today at 832-761-2660. Again, that's 832-761-2660. That is a direct number for the Lumberjack Logic Show. They are a great sponsor, proud to work with them, and the average savings is $1,100 a year. I've seen people on this channel saving $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 per year on their Medicare supplemental insurance. So go check them out at Chapter, 832-761-2660. Folks, on to the next clip. This is Nancy Pelosi, and she's going to deny that the Democrats knew what Swalwell was doing.
Some Republicans and others are saying that Democrats turned kind of a blind eye, that they knew what he was up to.
No, that's
or
not
what
true.
the
That
allegations
is absolutely positive. And it's true that they may say that, but it is absolutely not
You
true.
had no idea.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever.
None whatsoever, folks. Sure, Nancy. We're buying that. Okay, this is unbelievable.
Happens in California now. He was in many of the polls the leading candidate.
Yes, he was.
That's gone. There's an army of candidates out there. And California has this quirky law, because it's ranked primaries, right, where you could end up with 2 Republicans on the ballot.
Well, it is.
How does that?
I agree that it is a quirky law. I do not agree that there'll be 2 Republicans at the top.
No, they won't be 2 Republicans at the top because they've worked hard to get this Democrat out. This is the dirtiest part of all of this. I mean, it's dirty that Eric Swalwell did what he did, but what's really dirty is that they covered it up for all these years, and then when it became convenient, they unleashed a coordinated attack in the media to get rid of him because they needed to win that governor's race. Folks, this is wild stuff, man. Now look at this. Here's Eric Swalwell using his committee seat, to lecture Republicans about not listening to women. This is crazy.
My Republican colleagues do not trust women. You don't trust women. Do you all ever talk to women? They deserve better. Trust women, my friends. Trust women. They will get it right.
I mean, this just months ago. Trust women, my friends. While this was allegedly happening behind closed doors, I mean, you got to respect the stones on this guy. He wanted to yank ICE agents' licenses for terrorizing women while he was the one doing the terrorizing. Check this one out.
To me, if you're going to run around our state masked and not showing yourself, not showing ID, and terrorize women, then you should not have a driver license. The governor has the power to grant driver's license in any state, and I call it reveal to wheel. If you're going to go into our communities in a way that no other law enforcement agency does, masked, and as I said, as a terrorizing bandit that women are afraid of, then the governor should revoke your driver license and really go on offense and restrict your ability to harm people.
I mean, this guy is complete Stasi. I mean, he's unreal. And all while this is going on, this is why when Nancy Pelosi says what she says, these people are unbelievable. I've never seen in my life. I mean, I have plenty of people I know. I've never seen such a pathological liar as a member of Congress. There's a few of them that are doing the Lord's work. I mean, Eli Crane, Michael Cloud, Anna Paulina Luna. I mean, there's some good ones out there. But they are so few and far between, folks. It's absolutely wild. Okay. Now, this is vowing to strip driver's licenses from ICE. And he shouldn't be allowed near women, young women especially, let alone should he have power. I mean, the media platformed this garbage with zero questions about his own behavior. It'd be laughable if it wasn't something you'd cry over or so sad. It's ridiculous. So check this out. Here he is resigning from office. I'm deeply sorry to my family, staff, and constituents for making mistakes in judgment. Mistakes in judgment. That's what this is now? Absolutely crazy. He goes on to talk about his false allegations. And then look at this. Just before this, he talked about how he was going to fight this and that this wasn't real. This was 2 days before that resignation. I'm just going to play the first 18 seconds here.
A lot has been said about me today through anonymous allegations, and I thought it was important that you see and hear from me directly. These allegations of sexual assault are flat false. They are absolutely false. They did not happen. They have never happened, and I will fight them with everything that I have.
Will he now? Will he? He's going to fight him with everything he's got. He's quitting because the walls are closing in. There is a House ethics investigation into another matter. There's the Manhattan DA looking into something. There's evidence mounting in all areas of Swalwell's life. He has used his position to rape and pillage the American people and apparently rape and pillage young women. So now let's move on to the Anna Paulina segment on Jesse Watters, because this, folks, this is fire, and this is going to give you hope. Justice is coming.
Florida Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna is on the Oversight Committee, and she joins us now. All right, Congressman, what was Swalwell like in Congress? Did he have a rep?
Yeah, he did have a reputation. And as you know, Jesse, I was actually the member of Congress that wrote the expulsion resolution for him. And I was ready to call it up and did tell him that if he did not resign by tomorrow, that it would be filed. And we did have the votes to expel him from Congress. So what I will say is that many people on the Hill knew about this. Many reporters have come forward, even in talking to me, saying that they had heard stories about this. But I do think that he has serious criminal problems on his hand. And I do think that he might end up in jail, Jesse. And if I could just share with you for a moment, not only did I receive forensic reporting showing that, you know, that infamous video of him in the hotel room was indeed him. It was not AI generated. But I'm also being told that, more stuff is going to be dropping in the next 24 hours. And then also potentially the individual that recorded that video in that hotel room, Jesse, was a female and she was underage.
Whoa, hold the boat here, folks. So we've got a young lady, an underage lady recording, and then this is the one that apparently has Ruben Gallego in it. Again, that's apparently you can't see his face just from the back of the head. You can look at the ear, everything. I've seen people doing analysis on this. I would not doubt it because of how in bed they are together. Okay, that's a whole other issue. But folks, I mean, this more information is coming out, so stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel because this is the one story I can't stop on right now. I mean, we need not only him gone, but all these other crazy dudes gone and crazy women too. I mean, it's Congress full of nut jobs. Keep going.
Oh, just so the audience is aware, there's a video that's circulating. Fox hasn't confirmed it yet. It appears to show Swalwell on a bed, maybe another guy making out with a girl. That's it. That's all we know. But if what you're saying is true, and we don't know, but if that's true, that is very, very, very bad news. But back up. You're saying reporters on the Hill knew Swalwell was a shade ball, but didn't investigate? Because why? Because he was a Democrat?
I don't know why they didn't push this further. I think that there's a lot of kind of back scratching taking place on the Hill in general because it's happening within our own party as well.
Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah, Tony Gonzalez just got outed. Okay, that's why Brandon Herrera is going to get that seat in Texas. The big things are happening, but here's where she drops the big bomb.
They knew about it. They did not report on it. And you're seeing now that, I mean, I don't know about you, Jesse, but I don't have 50 staffers, let alone 50 staffers that would come out and say that this is wrong and that you need to resign from office, right? So it was clearly a pattern. And as you're seeing with some of the text messages coming out, and I think, again, with this criminal investigation, there's a lot there with him. So, yes, he resigned, I think, to maybe save his family going through this. But ultimately, at the end of the day, when he did what he decided to do, just based on the grounds of him having an inappropriate relationship with a staffer. But now we're looking at the criminal activity. And I stand by what I said because I saw, again, the forensics report of that video. And if that is true, I would suggest that the Manhattan DA look into that.
Right. What kind of judgment does it show? I mean, you're taking pictures of yourself. You're sending it to women. Women don't even ask for these pictures of you. And you're just sending it. You're showing up to girls' homes uninvited. I mean, you're exposing yourself. Like, is this something politicians do? I mean, it's just crazy. Is there a lot of guys like this in Congress?
It is crazy. Well, we have one that also just announced that he's resigning, Tony Gonzalez. He got caught doing some similar stuff. But the fact is that some of these people get up there and they think that they're untouchable and you can't treat people like this. And what's even crazier, Jesse, is that he knew all this was out there and he still chose to run for governor of California.
Hold it. So this is what's so amazing, folks. This guy was on the House Intelligence Committee. I don't know how many times I need to say this. This guy was on the House Intelligence Committee. And all this was out there, and he's going to just go pick up. He ran for president. Now he's going to run for governor. But wait, it's coming, man. Just wait till you hear what Anna Paulina's got for you.
Which is beyond me, because did he not think that this stuff was going to come out?
Yeah, it's suicidal.
Clearly there's a lot of it. And
it's
so
suicidal, knowing you have all this in your closet, and you're running for, and he ran for president, and then he ran for governor of California. I mean, this guy's on a suicide mission to blow up his world. Now, it's also true, doesn't Congress have a lot of sexual harassment, misconduct claims that they settle and they pay out, but they keep secret?
Yeah, they do. That's the Congressional Slush Fund. Actually, Representative Mace had made the motion to release all those files. I voted for it. A majority of members of Congress actually referred it to ethics, which we could talk about separately. They need an overhaul. But ultimately, in House oversight, we actually did vote to subpoena those records, and we'll be releasing them because the American people should know, A, if you're voting for someone that's guilty of sexual harassment to where they have to settle it with a victim, but then also, too, do you really think your taxpayer dollars should be going to that? And the answer is no. And what's even crazier, Jesse, is that the Democrats in the Swalwell case said you can't run for governor, but you can still serve in Congress, of which that's why I brought up the expulsion resolution. And so we played 5D chess on that one, but we're glad he's out.
All right. Well,
yeah, folks, this is big. I mean, so we are talking about releasing. How many of you, write this in the comments, how many of you want to see those Congressional Slush Fund records released? Because I sure do. I mean, they're talking Epstein this, Epstein that, and trying to get Trump on it when Trump didn't have any involvement. You know, oh, we need Epstein transparency. When they vote to actually have a slush fund to cover up their own indiscretions. Absolutely mind-numbing crap going on in the United States Congress and the United States Senate, folks. It is complete garbage. Okay, and you know that Democrats didn't care about this stuff. Republicans either. I mean, just look at how they handled Bill Clinton. Look at how they covered up for Swalwell before he was getting in the way of their billionaire top pick now running for governor in California because they couldn't have a Republican win. Shoot, the state might actually have a turnaround, turn into something good, and then Republicans would have some wake-up call like, whoa, my gosh, we could actually have a conservative government and we could actually see real results and we wouldn't be getting taxed to death. Can't have that happening, folks. Yeah, here you go. This is all so cynical, okay? Batea Ungar Sargan posted this clip on X and said the Swalwell downfall is so cynical. Why now, when the stories were known for years? The No Kings anti-oligarchy party once again pulled out the Pelosi hook to yank someone off stage because they thought they could win with someone else. This time, billionaire Tom Steyer, that's right, the No Kings party now wants billionaire Tom Steyer to win the California governor's race.
Rumors about him were swirling for a decade at least. I've seen reporters talking about knowing these things for a very long time. And yet,
yeah, they knew. But now it is time to bring you to a throwback, quite possibly one of the funniest congressional speeches of all time, delivered by none other than Lauren Boebert. I love this one.
And then the cherry on top. My colleague and 3-month presidential candidate from California, who is on the Intelligence Committee, slept with Fang Fang, a Chinese spy. Let me say that again. A member of Congress who receives classified briefings was sleeping with the enemy. This is unacceptable, and this would never be.
Time's expired, gentlemen.
Again. I mean, Eric Swalwell, and check this post out. Greg Bavino, okay, when he moved to California, Eric Swalwell posted this. Greg Bavino has been fired and is moving to California. No, he was reassigned. He said, I made it clear that when I'm governor, anyone who terrorized immigrants will not be hired by the state. Good luck finding a job. This guy is so dumb, so dense, that he doesn't even realize that Bavino is going to be looking for a job with the state of California. Why would he be? He was working for the federal government, okay? And it's just, this guy's so dumb. He's so dumb. It's unfathomable that somebody this dumb could be on the Intelligence Committee. Swalwell spent years mocking victims while Democrats and the media ran cover. Pelosi lied straight to our faces. They used him until he was inconvenient, then tossed him, but the victims spoke. The underage video is real. The investigations are real. The evidence is there. The slime ball is done. And prison will be next. We've mocked the media and the Dems into oblivion today. They earned every second of it. Victims deserve real justice, not slush fund payouts. What do you think? Should Congress release every name from the sexual misconduct fund? Make sure you comment on that in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And folks, make sure to check out my sponsor, Chapter. You can save big money with Chapter. Call them at 832-761-2660. Again, that's 832-761-2660 to find the Medicare plan that best suits your needs. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.